Hello, welcome to ANA community. In this particular video, we are going to discuss what are the top 1 traits of the Roga Nidana learners. So, what are the characters of the top 1% Roga Nidana learner will be having? We are going to discuss in today's session. Whenever if you think about the Roga Nidana subject as such, so it is one of the vast subject as far as the fundamentals of the Ayurveda is concerned, which requires to know about what actually the possible pathology, what may be the possible nidana that a person may be having in developing the disease manifestation. That itself is a huge Herculean task. That is the reason. So we have to give more and more time for learning this particular subject as such. So, what the top the learning traits of a top 1% of Roganidana learners we are going to learn today. Whenever if you think about the learning aspect, so nowadays the most commonly followed learning pyramid is the Bloom's taxonomy, wherein the learning will be in the form of the lower order thinking skills to higher order thinking skills. The bottom three, they are categorized under lower order thinking skills, and the top three, they are considered to be higher order thinking skills. When you think about this particular lower order thinking, in the sense, so they are going to learn, but the majority of the people, they are having the lack in appreciating or analyzing or evaluating or creating their own aspects, their own the formula as such. Where a higher order thinking skills, wherein the students are in a better position to apply those informations, they can able to evaluate their own informations and they can create their own formula, so that the better and deep understanding of the subject may be possible. Whenever if you think about the formula, that is, we have to think in terms of the MTFARD. So, wherein M refers to the mindset, T refers to the thought process, F refers to feeling, A refers to action, R refers to result, and D refers to destiny. So, whenever if you want to have the right type of the destiny, what we actually want, then we have to have a right mindset as such. Then only we can have the right kind of the destiny in our hands. So, whenever if you think about the total, the what you say that the students are coming to the Ayurveda field every year. So let us say nearly around 40,000 students are coming in a year to Ayurveda ecosystem, health ecosystem. Nearly around 400 students, they are coming under what you say that the top 1% of the learning capability. So this is what is considered to be the genius level learning. So the that is considered to be level 6 variety of learning, wherein the level 1 variety of learning will be remembering. Now we are going to learn what actually is these 6 levels of learning are and how that can be applied in terms of the Ayurveda learning we are going to learn today. As far as the level 1 aspect learning, so that is considered to be the remember. Actually, this is considered to be the lowest order of thinking skill. The what we can say the yellow lots. So that is lots level of thinking as such. That is considered to be lowest order of that. So here, what the major issue that comes is the rote learning, or otherwise making the flashcards, and that is what you have studied. You're jotting down on the paper without thinking anything else as such. That is categorized under this particular remembering as such. For example, Vata Prakopa Karana, Tiktoshana Kashayalpa Ruksha Pramita Bhojanaihi, Dharanodhirana Disha, Jagaratyucha Bhashanaihi, Kriyati Yoga Bhishoka, Chinta Vyayama Maithunaihi, Grishma Rati Bhuktante, Prakupyanti Samiranaha, Ashtanga Hridaya, Nidana first chapter. As far as the Madhava Nidana Madhukosha commentary is concerned, Vyayama, Apatarpanat, Prapatanat, Bhangat, Kshayat, Jagara, वेगानां च विधारणात् अतिशुचः शैत्यात् अतित्रासतः रूक्षक्षोभकषायतिक्तकटुकैरेभिः प्रकोपं व्रजेत् वायुः वारिधरागमे परिणते चाह्ने अपराह्ने अपि च. This is what is considered to be the Vata Prakopaka Karana. So the Karanas which are responsible for the Vata Dosha vitiation, the two abnormal vitiation. As far as Medakshaya Lakshana are concerned, Ashtanga Hridaya says, Medasi Swapanam Katyaha Prihno Vriddhi Krishangata. Ashtanga Hridaya Sutrasthana 11th chapter. Let us take one more example. Samanya Amalakshana. Sroto Rodha Balabhramsha Gauravanila Mudhata Alasya Apaktinishtiva Malasangar Chiklama. So that is Ashtanga Hridaya Sutrasthana 13th chapter. So this is what is considered to be rote learning. This is considered to be the lowest order of thinking skills as such. So here the main outcome is remembering the informations. In case of level 2, that is what we can say the understand. This is considered to be second order of a lower order thinking skill. What we can say the lots, second order of lots. So here the students are able to explain the concept or process. So let us say in terms of the Vata Prakopaka Karana, we are going to say understanding what actually Vyayama refers to. And what do you mean by Apatarpana? What do you mean by the Prapatana? What do you mean by Bhanga? What do you mean by Kshaya? What do you mean by Veganamcha Vidharana? What do you mean by Atishuchi? What do you mean by Shaitya? What do you mean by Atitrasata? Etc. So that is categorized under understanding as such. The students are in a better position to know the actual meaning of this. Let us say the Medakshaya. What do you mean by Krishangata? What do you mean by the Swapanam Katyaha? That is Katyaha Swapanam. What do you mean by the Pliha Vriddhi, etc. That is categorized under this particular level of understanding. So in the case of Samanya Amalakshana, what are the meanings of Srotorodha, Balabhramsha, Gaurava, Anilamudhata, Alasya, Apakti, Nishtiva, Malasanga, Aruchi, Klamaha. So the proper understanding of this is considered to be the level 2. So we say that the lots as such, what we can say lower order thinking skill. When you come to the third level, it is considered to be the third level of lower order thinking skill. We can be in this particular type of the learning, we can able to solve some kind of the simple to complex problems. For example, let us take the Vata Prakopaka Karana. So we know that the Ruksho, Tatra Ruksho, Lagu, Shita, Hara, Sukshmaschano, Valniraha. These are the possible guna. They are being observed in case of the Vata dosha as such. Suppose if the person is doing the excessive Vyayama, we are going to expect the increase of Vata dosha in the body. In that particular situation, which particular guna is increased in the body? Is it Ruksha guna? Is it Laghu guna? Is it Shita guna? Is it the Chala guna, Khara guna, etc. So which guna increase is or are seen in case of Ativyayama? So that is what we can say the apply as such. So in which particular part of the body we can see the Vata Vriddhi in case of Ativyayama? So that means if the person is doing excessive running, which particular part of the body we can able to expect the Vata dosha prakopa? Or otherwise, if the person is doing excessive the pulling, that is the rope pulling, or the what do you say that the taking the water from the well, So which particular part of the body we can able to expect the vata dosha increase, etc. we can able to apply here. Or otherwise, when you think about the Medakshaya, which particular Lakshana see in case of Medakshaya? We are having the three main Lakshana, Katiswapa, Lihavriddhi, and Krishangata. Which particular Lakshana is going to we are going to observe initially, that is going to get learned in this particular aspect, which is the next Lakshana that can be seen, etc. that can be seen in this particular uh, the apply level. When you think about the Samanya Ama Lakshana, Srotorodha, Balabhramsha, etc., they are being present. Which Lakshana is observed first in this, whether is it Srotorodha or whether is it Balabhramsha or Gaurava, Anilamudata, etc. Which will be the next Lakshana that can be seen, or which will be the next Lakshana that can be seen, etc. that can be learned here. Or otherwise, what is the connection between Adhyashana, that is what we can say the consumption of food before the digestion of the previously ingested meal. What is its relation with that of the Srotorodha, that is etc. That is we are going to learn in this type of learning skill. That is this is considered to be the third order of thinking skill, that is lots as such. When you think about the fourth level, so that is the analyze. This is considered to be the higher order thinking skill, HOTS. That is, among the three levels, this is categorized under first order thinking skill, that is high order thinking skill. So here, what is the main learning methodology? So here we are going to compare or contrast the two different concepts. For example, what is the extent of Abhyantara Roga Marga and Bahya Roga Marga? And what is the understanding of Abhyantara Roga Marga and elementary canal understanding? What is the application of physics, chemistry, and biology and Abhyantara Roga Marga? So that is actually is considered to be the first order, first higher order thinking skill as such. We are going to apply these two different concepts as such. Whenever if you think about the next aspect, what is the connection between Medakshaya and Plihavriddhi, and how this splenomegaly happens when there is the emaciation is being seen, or when there is fat depletion is seen in the body, or what is the interrelation between Vatavriddhi and Krishangata, what is the relation between the Anila Mudhata and presence of the ama in the body. So that is coming under the level 4 understanding. That is what we can say, that is analyze. The next thing as such, that is the evaluate. This is categorized under second order thoughts, that is higher order thinking skill. So here what we are going to observe, the main learning method is prioritizing the information. So whenever if you want to learn the Roga Marga understanding in the proper the manner as such, first thing we need to learn about the gut transit time. What actually the gut transit time refers to, that is the presence of the food in different parts of the alimentary canal. How much time period the food will be remaining in the mouth, how much time period the food will be remaining in the esophagus, how much time period the food will be remaining in the stomach, in the small intestine, what will be the time period the ingested food will remain, and what will be the time period where the food will be remaining in the large intestine. That is what we can say the gut transit time. This is the first and foremost information that we need to learn whenever if you want to understand the Roga Marga as such. Then we need to learn what is the physiology of the alimentary canal. What will be the physiology of the mouth in case of normalcy as well as abnormalcy? What is the physiology of the esophagus during normalcy as well as abnormalcy? What are the normal and abnormal functions of the stomach, small intestine, and large intestine? What kind of the signs and symptoms are being observed if there is abnormalcy is being observed in the mouth, or what symptoms may be observed in the esophagus, or what symptoms may be observed in the stomach, and what symptoms may be observed in the small intestine or large intestine, that will be learned in the next level as such. Whereas in the fourth level of understanding, as far as prioritizing the information, that is the application of this in case of laboratory and imaging interpretation as such. And lastly, that is adopting the appropriate therapy. So that is, this is what is considered to be the prioritizing the information, that is the we can able to learn in this particular level 5, that is the evaluate form of learning. Now the main learning trait, that is what we can say the genius learning trait. So this is considered to be the highest order of a higher order thinking skill. So here the learner is going to develop the hypothesis based on the knowledge obtained so far. For example, the application of the concept of Roga Marga. So that is a totally different concept, that is, and application of that in terms of Nija and Agantuja Vikara. So that is the what is the application of this Nija and Agantuja Vikara and concept of Roga Marga. That is what we can say the creation of a new level of knowledge form itself, or otherwise application of the concept of Srotas as such. So that is what is the Bahya Srotas and Abhyantara Srotas. What is the relation between the Bahya Srotas and Roga Nidana? What is the relation between the Abhyantara Srotas and Roga Nidana? What will be the lakshana that can be observed in case of the affliction of Bahya Srotas and Abhyantara Srotas, etc. That is, we are going to learn in this particular aspect as such. As far as the application of the Srotas, its extended learning in case of the second year, what we can say, that is the concept of Roga Marga itself. And the application of the Roga Marga in the third year, we are going to say that is the concept of application of the Dosha Paka and Dhatu Paka, or otherwise the Doshana Kushthat Shaka Bigamanam, or Doshana Shakhat Kushta Bigamanam. So that is considered to be the main theme of application of this hypothesis in the what do you say that the concept of Srotas as such. So this is what we can say, the creating their own learning ecosystem, creating their own knowledge ecosystem. That is the main aim of this level 6. That is what we can see, the creation of their own knowledge database. This is considered to be the one of the top learning, what do you say that the trait of the geniuses as such. To sum up, whenever if you are going to plan the proper methodology of learning, we should be knowing the formula of MTFARD, wherein the M refers to mindset, T refers to thought, F refers to feeling, A refers to action, R refers to result, and D refers to destiny. All these should be aligned properly if you want to have the desired destiny. As far as the levels of learning are concerned, basically 6 levels of learning are there, wherein the bottom level learning will be remember, then the higher in the pyramid will be understand, then the third level of pyramid will be apply, fourth level of pyramid will be analyze, fifth level of pyramid will be evaluate, and sixth level of pyramid will be the create. The first 3 are considered to be lower order thinking skills, and second 3 are considered to be higher order thinking skills. And top 1% of the learners, maybe in any field, even that can be applied in case of the learning the Roga Nidana subject itself, top 1% of the learners are in the third level of thoughts, what we can say the genius level of thinking. That's all for today. What are the major key takeaways from today's discussion? Mention in the comment box below. What is the one video that you would like to hear in the coming days in this particular channel? Mention in the comment box below. and spread this particular video to maximum number of true Nidana learners so that we can make a huge momentum out of this particular small message. That's all for today. Something more in the next video. Thank you.